Let's welcome in our first guest, Eric Metaxas, our good friend. Always great to be with you in person, Eric. Thanks for being with us here in the studio in Washington today. We have the beautiful National Prayer Service going on right now, and all this other stuff going on. But
I'm skipping it to be here.
Well, that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. We'll pray for you in the commercial break. But let's talk about, what has stood out to you thus far about these first few hours in office for Donald Trump?
Listen, I think there's a time, genuinely, to be speechless. If you really look at the overview of what is happening, we can get all in the weeds and we can talk about all these details and these names and things. The overview is that America was saved. Just as Donald Trump dodged a bullet, he should be dead, he's alive. America dodged a bullet. America should be dead. If Donald Trump had not been reelected by we the people, if we'd had another stolen election, it's over. And anybody who doesn't understand that does not understand what was at stake. And if you understand that that is real, where we are now, it's like July 4th, 1776. We have an opportunity to start over as a nation. We've been given a reprieve from the governor of the universe. And so Tom Paine wrote in Common Sense in 1776 that we have the opportunity to make the world new again. Mm-hmm. Now, apart from God, that's utopianist nonsense, okay? But it's true that in 1776, self-government, genuine liberty, it never existed in the history of the world. And they had a moment where they said, we can do this, we can govern ourselves. We almost lost that in the last 4 years. And so when we see the folks, the J6 committee, these are wicked people. These are anti-American, corrupt, wicked people. And we the people just got our country back.
Yeah,
we now have a moment to do all kinds of things. So that list of things, I mean, I'm so happy.
When you say the wicked people, I mean, you think about those preemptive pardons, needing a preemptive pardon. And we know from a Supreme Court case and from Biden's Justice Department, they put out a memo in December saying preemptive pardons are in fact an admission of guilt. So you think about
look, it's sophistry. You cannot have, it's not constitutional to have a preemptive pardon. It's nonsense, but this is, they'll do anything they can get away with. This kind of stuff has to probably go to the Supreme Court. You cannot pardon somebody for whatever. You have to say what they did, and then you pardon them. So we're facing all kinds of wickedness, but I think look, it is a new day. We have an opportunity to fight. If we'd lost this election, it would be game over. We now have an opportunity to fight. We've got all kinds of things to do. Trump hit the ground running. He understands the time is short, and he's got his game face on, even the way Melania was dressed. They're not here to play. This is genuinely serious, the way they've been treated. So
fashion is back.
It's and of course,
I want to play a clip here real quick from the inaugural address and get your take on it before we go to commercial break. But this is Donald Trump yesterday during the address.
The golden age of America begins right now. From this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer.
So the thing about that, which was, I think, cathartic for a lot of Americans to watch, is that Joe Biden was sitting right there.
Oh,
Kamala Harris was sitting right there.
It's unbelievable. And don't forget Barack Obama, who was conveniently off camera. He was sitting right there. Look, these are corrupt monsters. And it's only by the grace of God we kicked them out. And the fact that they had to sit there and listen to this. But again, I think even a lot of Americans don't understand. This is real. When you say something like it's the golden age of America, again, that sounds like a lot of hyperbole and nonsense. It could be, but I don't think it is. I think enough Americans have woken up and are willing to fight for what we need to do to get to where we can be.
And the election and the enthusiasm I think that we saw here is evidence that not just it's possible with Donald Trump, but the American people are really thirsty for it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Eric, stand by. We're going to get back with you in just a second. A couple other stories we wanted to update the audience on.